If you've never used Tidio before, don't worry. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set it up as a complete beginner. From creating your account, connecting it to your website, and building your first AI chatbot to automatically talk to customers. My name's Harvey, and I help business owners automate their work without needing any technical skills. In this Tidio 2025 beginners tutorial, I'll show you everything. How to sign up for a free account, how to connect it to your store, and how to set up your first chatbot that automatically greets customers, manages replies, and automates email capture. By the end of this video, you'll have a fully working chatbot set up on your site, even if you've never set one up before. And make sure you stick around to the end because I'll show you some hidden templates and features that will absolutely change the game for you. Let's get right into it. First of all, let's go ahead and actually create our Tidio account. Now, to do this, I've left a link down below, and if you click on that link, it's going to give you the best discount possible for Tidio. So go ahead, click on that, and it's going to open up a page that looks something like this. From here, we simply want to click on the button that says Start for Free, and it's going to ask us to fill in some details like our email, password, and to write our website URL in this. It's important that you put the right URL in because it will detect which type of website you're using, and that will help to integrate it better later on. At this stage, it will get you to write in a verification code that should have been sent to your email. So go ahead, grab that and paste it in here. And there you go. So you've set up your account, and the next step is to fill in the information about your store and what the purpose of setting up Tidio is. So it'll ask for stuff like your name, what department you're part of, where you found out about Tidio. It's going to ask about your business model, what industry you're in, and how many orders that your store does every single month. Lastly, it's going to ask how many visitors you have and then which platform you've built your website on. So here you can see a list of options. Just click on the one that you've done. If you're not using any of these, you can click on the custom or the other one, and you can go ahead and connect it through their code. But if you're using one of these options, click on this because it'll make it 10 times easier. Now, last step is just to click on what you are using Tidio for. So go and click on the one that applies to you the most. So now that we're inside of Tidio, the first thing we need to do is install the chat widget onto our store. And you should be greeted with a page that looks like this. You can just click on Install Chat Widget. It's going to ask for a name, an avatar color, and your desired chat language. And so again, here you can pick from a list of different integration partners. I'm going to put Shopify for this video, and I'm going to click Continue to Shopify. Now from here, what it's going to do is going to open up the Tidio app on Shopify, and there's going to be an install button here. Click on Install, and it's going to ask you which store you want to connect it to. And so once inside the store, click on Install. So once you've connected, it's going to ask you to choose a project. Now, we created a project when we first started our account, so you want to go ahead and select that one there, and click Integrate Selected Project. Perfect. So now we have set up the Tidio chat widget, and it's time to complete the setup. So click on the Complete Setup button. So if we're using Shopify, I want to click on this button here that says Go to Editor, and this will open up our theme. And by default, this should be turned off. We just want to click on it so it turns on, and then hit Save, and that should turn on the chat widget here. Then we need to click on this button, and this will check that it's actually on the store. It will ask for our store password. If you don't know your store password, go onto the dashboard, go down to Preferences, and then you'll see your password here, and you can just paste that into your store, hit enter, and that should give you access. And boom, we've now installed the widget successfully, and we've set up the chat widget, so we're ready to start on the actual automations. So well done if you got this far. I mean, it's pretty easy to set up, as you can see. Just click a few buttons and it all integrates nicely. What I recommend you do now is quickly test that the chatbot is actually working. So go onto your store and click on the little chat widget here, and just put in a little hello or something like that. Then what you want to do is go back over to Tidio, and you should go down to the inbox section, and it should show up here on unassigned. And if this shows up here, you know you've connected it properly, and you know that the messages are automatically going to get sent over to Tidio so that you can automate them. All right, so let's set up our first flow. Now we're going to go over here to the flows section, and we're going to go ahead and set up a welcome flow. So go down to My Flows, and then we can click on Explore Templates. And inside here, we can go through all of the different templates, basically select one that we think is relevant for the part of the flow that we're setting up. So here I'm going to click on the welcome flow, learn more, and I'm going to use this template. So we can go down here to advanced editing, and this is going to give us a load more features and show us the actual flow editor. So inside of this editor here, it's going to map out all of the different flows very nicely. And so first of all here, what you'll see is the trigger. Now the trigger is what's going to actually activate the flow. And so here, the trigger for this is the first visit on site, meaning the first time someone visits the site, this is what they're going to see. Next up here, we have a conditional split. And so the way the conditional split here works is it checks if somebody is online to answer the questions. If there is a chat rep online to answer a question, it's going to say yes, online. It's going to go to this flow here. This is hi, if you need any assistance, I'm always here. And if nobody's online, it's going to send a different one that says we're currently offline, but if you need assistance, feel free to ask. Now you can have this by default, or you can remove it if you want to. So let's go into this chat bubble here and change the text. Hello, welcome to my store. How can I help you? And so as simple as that, I've gone ahead and I've made a welcome message. I can also add stuff like emojis if I want to. You can add this here. So this will basically dynamically put data from the customer's information in if you have it. So stuff like their first name, things like that. And you can also add links there too. Once we're happy with how it is, we can go ahead and click on the activate button, and there we go. That's gone ahead and activated it on our website. We can refresh and check that it works, but everything should be good. Now inside of the flow editor, there's a ton of different templates you can use, and for a ton of different reasons. So you got things like product recommendations, cart boosters, discounts, upsells. You've got so many different things here. So really just have a look at the stuff they've got in. Something I'd recommend obviously is stuff like cart abandonment. This is like a really powerful one. And so what you can see here is actually a bit more of an advanced flow. So it has a new event trigger here. So if they've done something on your website, which is abandoned cart, that's the trigger here. It will add a delay of 5 seconds, and it's going to go ahead and have a decision tree of different things. So it's going to ask them this question here in the bottom corner. So in the chat widget, it's going to say, can you tell us why you're abandoned cart? And it's going to give us some options there. And so depending on which option they pick, it's going to send you to a different flow. So I haven't finished yet. It's going to send you this message. No worries. Let us know if you need anything. This one here, I found a better deal. It's going to go ahead and send this one. It's going to ask if they want a discount, and it's going to have a yes button. I haven't decided yet as another option. And basically this decision tree is going to go down, and it's going to help the customer along their journey. So if they need a discount, it's going to give them one, or if they have a question about something like shipping, it's also going to give them the answer. Essentially with this flow, it all boils down to giving them a 15% discount code, and you're going to have to go ahead and add a discount code in here. So we click add new. Test one. So that's the coupon code name, and then here we have to add the discount value, so let's say 15%. We can save that, and that's going to go ahead and add a discount to our Shopify store, and it's now going to work in this flow. And so this flow here is designed to, if somebody has abandoned cart, it's going to go ahead and send them a discount code via the chat box so that they can actually go ahead and purchase. And so I'm going to go ahead and activate that, and that should get started. And so with the flow setup, you can really create a lot of different things from scratch. You see you've got all of these different triggers here, things like first time on the store, adding to cart, doing XYZ. You can set up the triggers here, and then you've got all your actions here. So all the different things you can do when they set up this trigger. So you can send emails, you can do API calls, you can ask questions. Inside here, the flow builder has a ton of different features and flexibility. And so it's really down to you and what you want to map out and what flows you have in mind. Yeah, you can go in here and really go wild. So now even when you're offline, you're going to have these flows running, which is instantly going to boost your conversion rate a ton. So now that we understand how to set up flows, it's worth mentioning that you should go ahead and customize the look and feel of your Tidio widget. So to do that, we're going to go down here to this little settings cog, and we're going to go to appearance. On the appearance page, there's going to be a lot of different options that you can change to customize the feel and look so it matches your brand. So we can change all the colors of the boxes here. We can change all the colors of the buttons. We can have our logo here. So we put a logo there, we can put some opening text here along with some message text here, and we can have some conversation starters as well. And we can turn these on or off, and these are going to basically be auto responses that will help incite a conversation and help boost sales on the store. So we can add a new one here if we want to. But really down here, you've got a lot more customizations. You can change the side that it's on. You can have, is it a corner or a sidebar? You can change all the colors. So really go through here, play around with it, and make it so it matches your brand theme. So now that we've set up the fill and the theme, it's now time to connect our email automation system so that we can automate the emails and we can actually talk to people through that. So on the right hand side here, you should see a little thing that says connect your mailbox. You want to click on that. It's going to ask you what provider you want to use. So you can use Gmail, Microsoft Outlook, or you can use a different provider, or you can use a new Tidio address, whichever one you prefer. So for me, I'm going to use Tidio. It's the easiest one to set up, but you aren't going to have a custom address. It's going to be at tidio.xyz. And so I've gone ahead and I've actually put the name in here, and it's already verified. So this is now my email setup. If you want to go a bit more in depth, you can do that and connect up your actual email. This means now that when you get an email sent to this address here, the one that you connect up, it will automatically send into your Tidio account. It means you can kind of deal with all of your customer support in one place. Now next up, let's try and test out their new AI agent, which should automate a lot more stuff than having to set up just the flow. So we can click on here, Lyro AI agent, and we can click set up AI here. So the way that it works is that you put your website URL in, and it's going to go ahead and look through your site and help to get knowledge from that. And you can see it's scanning the domain here to find relevant subpages and key information about our business. That's why it's important to put your correct email in, because if not, it's going to get the wrong information. And so once you put your domain in, it's going to take a little while to kind of get the knowledge from it. But then once it does that, you can click on activate, and it now understands about your website and what you're selling and how you operate. And it's going to answer questions like that. Now to help out even more, what you want to do is add knowledge. And so if you go into the add knowledge thing, you can manually add in different questions and answers about your store. So you can be like, how long is shipping time? And so you can put your answer in there and give it as much detail as possible so that when somebody asks a question about it on your website, it's going to be able to decipher the information that you've given it and give them a good answer. So 3 to 5 days to UK, it costs 0. You can upgrade for $5. That will be 2-day shipping. And we go ahead, save and close, and that's kind of adding some context so that next time someone asks a question similar, it's going to be able to give an answer. And so I've just gone and clicked on the test button here, and I've just put in shopping time. I meant to put shipping time, but I misspelled it. And you can see here it's nicely formatted the answers that I gave it to reply about the shipping time. And so the best thing here is just to keep feeding it a lot of data. And as you kind of give it more data, it's going to understand more, and it's going to automate the process more and more over time. And this is a really, really powerful part of Tidio that I highly recommend utilizing. You can also set it up so it's configured on things like Messenger, Instagram, WhatsApp, and email. You can do that inside of here and integrate all of these, and this is super powerful. Lastly, you want to go ahead and actually configure some integrations with Tidio. This makes it super powerful. So here you've got a load of different integrations. Just like I've said, things like WhatsApp, Instagram, email, all of these different platforms you can have on one place, meaning you don't have to manage all the different talking to people in different places. You can have it in one easy to use platform, and it will all show up here for all the different avenues that people are going to message you. And this is really a game changer for new businesses and people who want to kind of automate and scale. And there you go. Now you know how to use Tidio. You've got it set up, got it connected to your website, and you've connected up your email, and you've got your AI chatbot working. If you haven't already created an account, then go down below, click on the link there, and that will give you a discount for your Tidio account. And thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, comment down below if it helped, and I'll see you in the next video.